Hey guys, let's jump in and see what wants to come through for today. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, all of the information is in the description box below. Okay, guys, let's jump in. Woo, right out the gate. I have toxicity and bound, addictions, patterns, energy vampire, trauma bond, and stuck. Okay, well, this is a delightful energy to be in. So it looks like you might be either likely you're in a situation that is dealing with this basically. Okay, so you might be getting a little bit tempted, or a little bit dealing with a situation that is very very toxic, and maybe you are feeling a little bit bound and stuck to this particular situation, or you may not even realize that it's here. Okay, this can happen in frenemy groups. This can happen in significant relationships, romantic and familial. This can even happen in work relationships. So let's dive a little bit further into this, and that way I can get a better idea of how this situation is playing out. I have seduction. Okay, so you might be kind of dealing with some toxic situations that are attempting to seduce you back into their sphere, their realm of existence, so that they can then kind of get what they want from you. Okay, with the energy vampire coming out here, this is also saying that there might be someone around you that just kind of likes the drama. Okay, or they might be just liking the fact that they can kind of manipulate you in a way that they can get you to kind of do whatever they want you to do, in a way that they kind of come in and Romeo you or love bomb you and get you in a way that you begin to kind of question, their motives, but then you begin to kind of question it so much that you don't really know what's going on. So then you just don't like acknowledge the fact that this is toxic and not really a good situation. Okay. This could also be an outright toxic situation that maybe you're, tempted to fall back into with this particular person because there is a level of attraction there and connectedness. And so you're tempted to just kind of keep engaging in this particular situation. This could even be just like a situationship where you're knowing that you should be involved in this. This could even be third party, right? You shouldn't be involved in this. You know that this is never going to go anywhere. You know that this person or these people have, promised you time and time again that they're going to leave the situation for you. You're going to live happily ever after, and you're going to go run off into the sunset, yada yada yada, right? They just kind of, give you the talk there. But whatever this is you deep down inside know that this is toxic and not a really good situation for you, and that you deserve better. Okay, and if you don't know that, well, here I am telling you, you deserve better. Okay, so make sure that you're making wise decisions to remove yourself from these situations and not allowing these people to seduce you back in, whether it is through intimate things, or it is emotional things that they're trying to pull their strings on with you. Whatever it is that they're doing to kind of seduce you back into their energy, don't fall for it. Okay, I have flight. Let's take flight into the sky. Okay, so this is saying, let's remove ourselves from this particular situation. You're too good for this. Okay, when you're removing yourself into a way of kind of allowing yourself to fly free, this is saying that you don't belong in this particular situation. You're too good for this. You don't deserve this. And you need to up your standards and not settle for anything less. Okay, especially in situations that you clearly know these people are the same thing. They're not going anywhere. They're not doing anything, and they're not fulfilling their promises. They're kind of just giving you false hope, false information, and you're not feeling good at the end of dealing with them. Okay, so maybe they separate from you long enough to where you begin to miss them, and then they come back in and you're just happy to have their energy again or their attention again, and then you're kind of like, oh yeah, I guess they were busy with work, so here we are again. And then they kind of rope you back in whatever way is convenient for them. Okay, so it's easy to kind of get in and out of these situations. Don't feel bad, we all do it. Okay, but for whatever reason here, it's trying to say you need to take flight and move beyond these particular situations or situation that is creating toxicity in your life and trying to keep you within the energy of it for their own benefit. Okay, here I have new opportunities, and this is again saying there are new things waiting for you, but you need to clear some of these toxic situations and relationships and people out of your life in order to make room for these new opportunities to come into play for you. Okay, it's like that closet, that you have stuffed full of old stuff that you don't even wear anymore. Maybe you don't even fit in it. Maybe you don't even know you have it in there. Okay, so this is saying, how can you continue to get a new purse, a new shoes, new anything if your closet's stuffed full of crap. So this is basically saying there are new opportunities waiting for you. But get these toxic people that are not even worth your time and energy out of your life. Okay, just to put it blankly here. Okay, so let's keep going. This seems interesting. Let's look at the overall energy. See if I can pull some information that might be helpful for you. Okay, but you're too good for this. You got new things on the horizon that are waiting for you to clear space so that they can come in. These are going to be higher level relationships, higher level situations that you're going to actually enjoy a lot more. And they're going to actually give you the time and the energy that you're actually worth and deserving of. Okay, let's take a look at the overall energy for you. Take a look at the overall energy here. The overall energy I have is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is sitting on your throne. This is being grounded in the fact that you are worthy. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles also knows to nurture herself. She nurtures those people around her, and she also likely has a lot going on in her life. She's probably settled in a career or a job. She might have a house of her own, or she at least has her own setup, and she knows how to take care of herself. Okay, in every kind of way, especially in the 3D world. She might even be a mother, and so she also knows how to take care of those she loves, you know, needs her time and attention and all of that. She juggles it all, okay? And she does it from a grounded, beautiful place. And if this is an energy that you are not in right now, this is acknowledging the fact that the overall energy of this reading is so that you will acknowledge your worth and your value. And you need to turn that energy that you're giving into these toxic people and situations and turn it more toward yourself so that you can build up a strong foundational sense of, you know, empowerment. This is, you know, self-sovereignty here. You need to, you know that you're worthy, know that you're enough, know that you deserve good things, and know you're not going to settle. Know that you're just totally fine, all on your own. You know how to make the world go round clearly, and you don't need any of these people to, you know, fill a void in, you know, inside of you somewhere, because there is no void. You are whole. You are complete. Anyone should be adding to your experience, not filling in a space like a puzzle. Okay? Let's take a look at the recent past, kind of see how we got here. And the recent past, this doesn't surprise me. We've got the Seven of Swords coming out. This is an infamous card in this type of energy of just saying, whoever you've got around you, you might want to get away real fast, because whoever this is sneaky. They lurk in the shadows. They work in the shadows. They expect you to go with them in the shadows, and they lie, they steal, they cheat, they do all kinds of things. Okay, Seven of Swords is the most kind of unsavory card in this deck. Okay, it is a lower vibrational energy of the devil card, and this is telling me that whoever or whatever you're dealing with right now is not being honest with you. They're not being authentic. They're likely wearing a mask, and whatever it is they're feeding you is a bunch of BS. Okay, they are not authentic. They are not of integrity. They are not of honor. And if you didn't realize this already, which if you really take time to step back after you hear this reading, you're going to really start to fill in the blanks and be like, oh, yeah. Okay. So if you're having that aha moment right now in this reading, you're putting all those red flags together that you kind of ignored. This is your confirmation of that. Okay. Whatever this person's doing, they're being a bit sneaky. They're not of honor or integrity, and they're stealing things, whether it's literally stealing things from you or they're stealing time, money, energy, your integrity, whatever it is, you're too good for that. They're taking something that they know they shouldn't be taking, and you're inadvertently allowing it. Okay. You need to remove yourself from the situation, know your worth and your value, and start to acknowledge the red flags. Be honest with yourself in this situation. The Seven of Swords could even be, you know, in the recent past, that you need to be real with yourself. You might be fooling yourself and inadvertently lying to yourself about this person or these people, and saying, you know, you might be making excuses. So if you find yourself saying, well, I mean, they do work a lot, their job is quite demanding, no wonder they haven't texted me or called me in a week. Oh yeah, well, I mean, he does have a wife and a family and kids. So, I mean, of course, he's not going to talk to me at night or on the weekends, or from 12 to 1 when he's eating lunch, and then, you know, on holidays and, you know, vacations. Or, you know, I find that this person is hiding their phone an awful lot. They always kind of have it face down. They take it everywhere with them, including the bathroom. And I don't have the passcode to it, even though we've been in a long-term relationship. And anytime I kind of come in the room, they kind of quickly get off of it. Like, if you really think back, look back, and you're going to be able to be truthful and honest with yourselves about the red flags that you might be either denying or lying to yourself about that are actually there, okay? Or this person is clearly lying to you. Honestly, if you're telling yourself lies to convince yourself that this person is savory and good character and that this is what you're worthy of, you're both lying, okay? All right. And not to be in a mean way, we all do it. Like I said, we've all been there, done that. No judgment here. This is totally a judgment-free zone. This is just a very upfront zone because this is the only way to help you move through these experiences is by being honest with you, even when the truth hurts, okay? So let's take a look at the present energy here. In the present, I have the Five of Wands. Okay, so there's a bit of conflicting energy here. This may be that you're outwardly arguing with this person or these people, okay? This might be that there's some disagreements coming up because even if you are telling yourself lies, even if you're making excuses for this particular person, or even if they're doing this stuff in the shadows, your heart and soul knows. Your soul knows that there's some kind of something going on and it ain't right, and it's making you feel a little unsettled, a little bit confrontational. And so this might be actual competition here, like in regards to like a power play. This may be this person telling you lies because they're trying to kind of get you to, they're deflecting or they're gaslighting you in some kind of way here, okay? With the Five of Wands, there's an uneasy energy here. Now, if this Five of Wands is inside of you because you're sensing the fact that there's something just not right here with this person or the situation or these people, you're right. Okay. And this reading right here is confirmation of the fact that you are right. Your intuition, that weird feeling that you're having, that kind of conflict inside that you're having inside of yourself that's creating a little bit of inner chaos is correct because your heart and your soul is screaming for you to say, hey, there's red flags here. This person's not okay. I don't feel safe. Something's not right. I don't trust this person. Okay, so this is trying to get your attention. And if this Five of Wands is something that's happening external to you with this person or this people or this situation, this is your indicator of the fact that there's a power struggle here. Usually people get on the defense when you're kind of confronting them about things. They'll either do that or they'll get quiet and ghost you because they don't even know how to respond to that because they're so in denial of themselves that they could even do unsavory stuff like this, right? They could even be a person that can't even, tell the truth to your face. They're doing stuff behind your back, or they're just giving you lip service and telling you what you want to hear because they're so, in their own stuck up kind of selfish ego that they don't really care. This is, an energy of someone that just doesn't even care. All they care about is themselves. Okay, so whatever conflict you're feeling inside here, this chaos, this whatever Five of Wands this is trying to give you an opportunity to exit out of the situation. This is your number one red flag that's telling you, leave, remove yourself from the situation. This person is not good for you. Let's take a look at the near future. In the near future, I have the Two of Pentacles. This is trying to gain a sense of stability, okay? So you may need to take time to remove yourself from the situation, whatever it is. If this is a boyfriend or relationship or whatever this is, a job, whatever toxic situation this is, it may take you time to leave the situation, okay? So you might find yourself a little bit ungrounded. You might find yourself with one foot in the old life with this person, and you might find yourself in the new life, okay? You got one foot in both, and you're just kind of straddling both and trying to find a sense of balance here, okay? But either way, this is a decision point. This is juggling, things here where you're kind of like, well, what do I do? Okay, but you need to make a decision here. In order to gain that sense of groundedness and footing, you need to focus on yourself, focus what feels good to you and what doesn't feel good to you. If you don't know what's actual truth versus lies, the number one way to kind of move beyond that is to get to the heart of it in a way of saying, does this feel good to me? Do I feel safe? Does this person make me feel safe? Do I trust them completely, wholly, and completely? What is their history? Does that feel good to think about, their past behaviors, right? Or you're thinking, hey, no, this person doesn't feel good. Whichever yes or no feels good to you, that's going to help you kind of navigate. It's going to help you sift through, truth from lies and all of that, so that you can get a better sense of clarity here. But in the near future with the Two Pentacles, this is just regaining a sense of balance before, you either need to make this decision and transition out and gain, a sense of balance again, once again in your life as you move forward. Or this is going to say that you're kind of, in the state of, now I see what's actually happening here. Now I'm seeing the red flags. Now that I've seen this reading, I'm starting to get really clear on what this situation is, what's actually happening here, and that I really need to remove myself from it. So you might be then contemplating, do I stay or do I go? And having a serious talk with yourself, okay? Let's take a look at some advice for you. I have the Page of Cups here. This is just being really kind and innocent with yourself here. This is giving yourself grace with the Page of Cups. This is saying that, if you have children involved in this situation, or you have children yourself, especially with this Queen of Pentacles energy coming out, this is saying shift your focus to yourself and shift your focus to your children where it belongs. You need to not focus on whatever person or situation is playing out here with the Seven of Swords and Five of Wands. You need to focus on what actually matters. Focus on what actually deserves your time, your energy, and your love. You and your children, or anyone else that is loving and kind and deserving of your time and love and energy and your expression of it, okay? If this person can't even express this sort of thing to you, can't even express their emotions to you and actually it be true, they're not deserving of it. If they're not equally giving to you, if they're constantly leaving you a state of confusion and you're constantly wondering well, what are their intentions? What are they doing? Are they telling me the truth? What are they doing behind my back? If this is leaving you in a constant state of wonder and inner chaos, this is not a good person. This is not a person that's telling you the truth. This is not a person who considers your feelings at all, okay? So the advice here, this is saying, give yourself grace. Forgive yourself. We all make mistakes. We all overlook red flags. We all lie to ourselves. We all do this. Anyone who wants to tell you that they're not, that they are perfect and they navigate their situations perfectly and they're a perfect person and have no chaos in their life is a liar too, okay? We've all been here. I've been here. We do this a lot and we find ourselves here quite often because, especially when you're a very kind and loving, generous person, a very nurturing and open person, you're going to find yourself attracting in these people, okay? But this is why it's so important to get very solid in turning inward toward yourself so that you can build your sense of honor and integrity and build a solid foundation within yourself so that you know your worth and your value. There is no void to fill. You don't need external validation from anyone, and you definitely don't need a relationship to make you feel whole and complete or have a great life, okay? So once you get to this place, you're going to level up in your vibrational level, and you're going to be able to attract in higher level opportunities, and you're also going to be able to sift truth through the lies quick. Okay, your intuition is going to pick up and it's going to get stronger. The more that you listen to it, the more you honor these red flags and are honest with yourself about your mistakes, their mistakes, the lies that are taking place from their part, the lies that are taking place from your part. You're going to honor your intuition, and therefore it's going to expand and grow, and it's going to enable you to navigate your world better. Your little picker of your romantic relationships or friendships and experiences is going to get more on target, and you're going to be able to sift through the riffraff a lot easier, okay? So give yourself time, give yourself grace, forgive yourself for making mistakes. No big deal. Just remove yourself from the situation and learn from it and move on, okay? Let's take a look at what's hidden here in case there's something you're not seeing that would prove helpful. What's hidden here is the Queen of Wands. Okay, this is saying, hey, this is that, self-confidence. The Queen of Wands knows her worth, knows her value, and she knows she is single, sexy, and amazing, okay? So this is just saying, get your mojo back. This is saying what's lurking underneath the surface is your confidence. Your confidence in knowing that you can do this. You're better than this. You're worth more than this. You're beautiful. You're sexy. You're wonderful. You're going places. You've got, rulership over your world, and you don't need this. Okay, you definitely don't need drama. Life is challenging enough. We got enough responsibilities to get through. We definitely don't need to be sifting through other people's crap as well. Okay, we just don't. So honor yourself, see your worth and value, and know that you're better than this, and accept nothing less than what you're authentically worth. And if you don't feel that you're at that place quite yet, then become the ideal person of who you would like to attract in. Make yourself at that level of picturing who you want and get yourself up to the level of who you want, because then that's going to raise your vibrational level to then be able to attract in people like that. Okay. It's like an automatic, sifter, like a bug repellent. It's going to repel all those low vibe people that got terrible selfish agendas from you. And it's going to keep you open to only entertaining those who are of a level that you are at. Okay. So if you aren't quite there yet, it's okay. On it. You'll get yourself there. Be who you want to attract in. Okay. Let's take a look at what you don't see coming in the coming weeks. Or I've got too many coming out. I'm not going to take that. I want to be as clear as possible with you, okay? I know that this is an important situation. Let's take a look again. What you don't see coming in the coming weeks. Let me see what I have at the bottom. I have the Six of Cups on the bottom. This is a great indicator of leaving the past behind. Okay, whatever got you into this situation, whatever emotional ties you had to this, you are going to be able to overcome it and move beyond it. Okay, so don't catch yourself romanticizing the past, romanticizing this person, romanticizing memories of this particular person. You need to be able to move on from it. Here I have the Eight of Cups in the coming weeks. Okay, so yeah, let's go. You've got this. You've got your mojo back. Move on to better things. You're worth so much more than this. Okay. The Eight of Cups is coming in here for what you don't see coming in the coming weeks. And this is just saying you're done with this. You're being really honest with yourself. You're being clear with yourself, and you're honoring and loving yourself and putting yourself first. Saying, you know what? You can say, I love you, but I love me more. Okay. So here with the Six of Cups, just don't fall back. Don't fall back into that old thing of like, oh, well, we had such great memories and it was so good. And life just felt good when we did actually hang out and do things. Don't go don't go back. You're not going that way, okay? So don't even go down that memory lane that you already know you're shutting down and moving on from, okay? That road is closed, okay? So I hope that you found this reading to be helpful. And until I see you again, take care.